Hi guys, so I'm working through the intermediate chess bots on chess.com. All got different names and different personalities and different playing styles, and I've done the 1000 rated now and we're into the 1100 rated, and next up is Sven from Slovenia. So let's make a start with Sven and figure out what we're going to do. Apparently it said he doesn't like his pieces being taken, so he's a defensive and conservative player. So with that in mind, let's try to do something aggressive. E4, generally a good idea. And he's played another Sicilian, so I'm going to go with this. This is what I'm doing at the moment, this funny Grand Prix type thing. And G5. Right, this is not what I expected from a player who's supposed to be very conservative. So this is stopping me playing the normal F4, so I'm going to have to change my plans to some extent. And now my bishop's looking a bit silly there. So what do I do? I think I'm going to just play D3, which means that the bishop can't get over that side of the board very easily. Okay, so the E6 means that the queen is defending that pawn. So how about knight to F3? Knight to F3 means I've got two attackers then on that pawn, and only one defender in the form of the queen. So the bishop could come to there or there to defend. That's not too bad, but it develops a knight as well, so doesn't do me any harm. He's pushed the pawn. This is not the Sven I was told about. Okay, so now I go here, and I've got two attackers on the pawn again, so he's going to have to, bring in a pawn to defend. Now what do we do? Maybe bishop to E3. It attacks that one, but it's defended, so it's not a great move. I'm not forced to respond to this, but if pawn takes, I've got pawn takes, opens up the d file for me. Let's just develop the knight and see what happens. I'm not going to mess around with Sven. Now queen out. So this is not the defensive Sven that we expected. I'm going to bring my bishop out to here. He can come back here then. We're very solid and protect, hit the queen and stuff. Okay, so now he's been forced to move the queen again. Well, he wasn't quite forced to. I'm going to play queen to D2. That knight's safe, it's defended, and that means that I can play bishop to here or there where the queen was. Let's take stock. I can still castle either side, but I'm not feeling good about castling kingside with these pawns so far up the board. So I should now castle. I've got all my minor pieces out into the board. It's good chess. It's good principled approach. So look at this light squared pawn chain here. You might want to bust a hole in that. Let's bust a hole in it. Knight's defended by the bishop. This is now crying out for a rook to enter the party. Let's put a rook there. So all I need to do now is get my bishop and knight out of the way. He can't actually block the attack of this rook. So maybe I want to move my knight first. And I have a nice square there, look at this. He likes to defend, but he's not defending his queen and his rook from a knight. There's a knight fork right there. Okay, I'm going to have you. And now he's opened himself all the way up to a pin. And I can now grab this pawn. And there you go. We've won his queen. Check, that's okay, I'll just defend, he says. Come on, Sven. Where's your fight? Let's get my knight to safety. So I'm 7 points up right now. I've got a queen for a bishop, and I also have an extra pawn. And his king is still not castled. This is a theme that I've seen with these bots, that they are just failing to get their king to safety. Let's put the rook on the semi-open file. Okay, I'm not concerned about that. In fact, the knight's defending the pawn, so there's actually no threat there whatsoever. I'm going to move my bishop here, hit this pawn, and he defends. This pawn's pinned. Okay, what do we got? I'm well ahead in material. I've got his queen off. So let's just move the knight across. So the king across. So I'll defend that pawn, because my idea is to play knight to there and then try and get the... So I'm either going to swap off his bishop, or I'm going to get that. So let's go for the bishop, because knight's defended it. Okay, so I could go there. Then knight has to take and bishop takes. Alright, so that's one option. I can swap off my bishop for his knight. Or I can swap off my knight for his bishop, which is probably better. And it also makes a mess of his pawns. So let's go and do that one. Now there's only one defender of this pawn here, so if I'm going to move my knight down, he should push the pawn. Okay, second defender, I get that. I'm just going to swap it off. I mean, I'm so far ahead. Well, I don't know why he didn't recapture there, so let's just make it worse. This is kind of the 1100 kind of play that I might expect in Blitz, like 5 minute, 3 minute or 5 minute 1100, but certainly not a rapid 1100. Just doesn't seem to make sense to me. Okay, so I think if I just double up my queen and my rook on that file, then I've now got 3 attackers on e6, so I can go ahead and take that. I can also grab the knight. Let's grab the knight. Takes. Alright. Let's grab the pawn. Knight still defended twice. And what do we do? Got a check there. Queen's defending. Okay, now a very, very one position. Okay, so we'll put a check in here, and I think this is looking good. Check there. So the king's now going to get squeezed out. Whatever happens, I've got another check, and then queen to g7 will be mate. There you go. So that was Sven. Well, I was told to expect a player that likes to defend and play conservatively. That's not what we got. I don't know. Don't know what they were thinking when they described it in that way, but who knows? In the end, pretty easy victory. So yeah, I think if you're 1100 rated at rapid, I don't think Sven should cause you, or above, or even maybe 1000 at rapid. Sven's not going to get in your way too much. Not the strongest bot, but hopefully we'll get more challenge as we keep climbing. So thanks for watching. See you soon. Thank you, Sven. Take care.